Hello, Flemington-Raritan Regional School District community. I'm Superintendent McGann, and this is February's Minute with McGann. It's an addition to our monthly newsletter, which helps me share information out with our community about hot topics, things that have been happening in our school. So for the month of February, it was a very busy month in our school district. I'm going to take time to highlight for our community some things that happened during the month of February, such as our approval of our school calendar for the 23-24 school year. I'm going to talk about Project Accelerate and ways that the district is looking to improve student learning loss and helping students. And I'm also going to talk about how we recognize our governor's Educators of the Year. And last, I'll talk very briefly about that February as National School Bus Driver Recognition Month. So first, just a quick review. I spoke about this in January, but February is our month of kindness month. We saw all different activities during the month of February from our different schools where we celebrated the acts of kindness of our students. Hats off to our guidance counselors who really took this by charge and were taking time to celebrate, work with their schools, and present all different activities for students to celebrate the ways that they are kind. The month of February, we approved our 2023-24 school year calendar. Parents can find that on our district website at the top of the page under the link that says calendar. It was also linked in the board news and notes that was distributed just yesterday. For the school calendar next year, parents will see that students are again starting school after Labor Day. Students' first day of school is on Thursday, which will be September 7th. And our teachers come back on those 2 days prior, required in the district on the 5th and the 6th. But really, our teachers are here all summer long. They're participating in professional development. They're here very early in the month of August, getting their classrooms ready to go. So even though I say teachers start on the 5th, that's the day that we all come together. But we look forward to next school year. We'll save that for a little bit later on in the school year, but find our district calendar on our website. Third, let's talk about Project Accelerate. So this is the action plan that the district has in place to help students recover learning loss. I spoke about it in January, and there were two highlights in January. I spoke about Litera, which is our online language arts tutoring high-intensity program that continues. And I spoke second about the after-school activities that are happening for students with our own teachers providing supplemental instruction in math. This month, I want to talk about MobyMax. So you might have heard your children coming home talking about that they have extra homework or they're doing things in the classroom that has to do with MobyMax. This is an online site that students are using both in the classroom and at home to supplement language arts and mathematics. We provided information out to families during the month of February to allow our youngest students to bring home their computers so they have access to use MobyMax at home. And what you'll find that this program does is it's appropriated to your students' needs. So if your student, your child needs additional support in 5th grade math, but they're really a 6th grade student, you're going to see that the program works with your child and what they need. And this is important because it helps fill in gaps of understanding. So MobyMax is happening all over, not only at home, but also at school. If you have questions about that, please reach out to your child's teacher or also to our supervisors here in Flemington-Raritan. We're all able to help you with that. Third, let's talk about National School Bus Driver Recognition Month. This is February. So each year on February 22nd, we take extra time to recognize our bus drivers. Each of our schools did something special for our bus drivers. Just like every month, I rode the bus this month, and this month happened to be a JP Case PM route, which means I got on in the afternoon. And on the bus, I spoke with 7th and 8th graders. Mostly my 8th graders I sat with because they were at the back of the bus and I happened to be sitting back there. And then as the bus stopped, I moved and spoke with some 7th graders. But my 8th graders shared some things with me that I want to share with all of you in the Minute with McGann. I spoke with a handful of students, about 10, and they shared with me how much they love their teachers. They gave shout outs to their teachers. They shared with me, one particular student shared with me how much the schools have prepared him for high school. And he spoke about what he particularly likes at JP Case, including having the freedom to walk the hallways and speak with his friends, and also the dedication that he feels from his teachers. I just found that so heartening and special, right? So I share that with all of you. I spoke with another student on the bus that day who shared how grateful he is that this school year is back to normal, in his words, and he has the opportunity to do after-school activities that were important to him. Last, I want to talk about just a couple of highlights. So I mentioned about therapy dogs at the Board of Education meeting, the second meeting in February. The Board of Education approved 2 new therapy dogs. We have Lacey, who is coming to JP Case, and Lacey starts on Thursday. And then we have another dog that is going to be joining at Robert Hunter Elementary School. This is a way that the district has targeted supporting positive student mental health. There's research that supports that dogs do help calm students, parents, adults, all sorts of people, but this has been an initiative that's been building driven. And if your child happens to be at JP Case or Copper Hill or Robert Hunter or any of our other places where we have therapy dogs, including our intermediate school, we certainly give opportunities for students to not be involved with the therapy dogs, also if they have allergies and things like that. But if you have concern, please speak to your building principal. So that's my minute with McGann. I look forward to a wonderful March with our students, staff, and faculty. I hope to see some of you upcoming this weekend at the theater production at JP Case. This has been a minute with McGann for the month of February. Thank you for joining me.